Missiles thrown, small explosions and weapons late this afternoon after an otherwise peaceful protest all day. Police right now trying to clear out protesters in downtown Portland, labeling it a civil disturbance.
Women-hating bigots, we must stop!
No begging the air, no beg the cops. Women-hating bigots, we must stop!
Now, this all started with a planned rally by an offshoot of the right-wing Patriot Prayer Group. They wanted to bring awareness to the men and boys who were scared of being falsely accused of sexual assault. It's called the Him Too movement.
Andy, it's time to go.
Portland police proactively separating two groups known to go at it over political and social issues, effectively mirroring Mayor Ted Wheeler's failed protest ordinance, using orange fencing to keep opposing groups on separate blocks and moving them farther apart at some points.
You see all of this fenced off area, and I know that our mayor will say it's to keep us safe. I think it's probably going to be used as it always is used, which is to protect the Proud Boys and Patriot Prayer and to brutalize the anti-fascist demonstrators.
Now here's what it looked like. There were several dozen people who showed up for the Him Too rally. It was organized by a woman named Haley Adams. Adams and others took turns on the mic during the rally. She also had the support of Joey Gibson and his Patriot Prayer Group.
They have their right to free speech. I hope when we leave, none of our people get hurt, get jumped by them, because I know that they're very upset right now, but their right to free speech, I hope that we can just both keep the peace, because it's the holidays too coming up.
It's for everyone. Him Too is to give these men...
Well, everything did stay peaceful as long as each group was in their respective spaces. And when they left, that's when it began to have some problems. The people tried to make it fun inside of Shrunk Plaza as much as they could. They were playing music, doing some dancing. Now, when we talked with Adams shortly before this ended, we asked if there was going to be a march through downtown. She said no, there would be no kind of march. She was just hoping that everything would come to a peaceful end and that they would be able to go home after that. That is not exactly the way that it worked out here in downtown Portland today. Nina, back to you.
Yeah, that is exactly when we saw those flashbangs and weapons come out. Art, thank you very much. So women's groups and some members of the traditional masked anti-fascist group made up about 250 people on the other side. They say Him Too mocks the experience of assault survivors. So here are some stats to put it all in perspective. So according to the National Sexual Violence Research Center, 1 in 5 women will be raped in their lifetime. 63% of those assaults go unreported. Researchers found anywhere from 2 to 10% are false accusations and are not true. But that also means 90 to 98% are true. That's what women at this rally really wanted to make clear. Let's get to Devin Haskins with their response tonight. Devin.
Well, Nina, the counter-protesters were kept inside Chapman Park behind that orange fencing that you mentioned. The police are trying to keep these two groups from getting too close to one another after some rallies in the past had turned violent. Many groups like Portland Jobs with Justice, Popular Mobilization, and Democratic Socialists of America organized today's counter-protest. They say hearing Him Too and how men and boys are scared of being entrapped by false sex assault allegations, well, it's infuriating and not representative of Portland. Protesters we talked with say groups like Patriot Prayer, well, they're just trying to slowly infiltrate their ideas into the community so they can get power.
Him Too is meant to make believing women and survivors of all genders less likely to be believed. And they already are put through the ringer.
Chase these fascists out of our city. But unfortunately, we have a police force that instead builds a barrier around them and protects them, giving them a buffer, and yet pushes an organization that is organizing around survivors to a half of the park, putting up a barrier that is very metaphorically similar to the barriers faced by survivors when they report and the protections offered to rapists.
Police kept everyone off of sidewalks and out of the street for most of the day. Police were wearing riot gear. Some were wearing riot gear, some were just wearing masks. and were armed from the very beginning. The mayor said that he wants everyone to have the right to free speech, but he wants these two groups to stay apart and not to get too close for one another.
Officer Bernard.
Hey, so welcome to Punks for Progress. I'm Reverend Aaron. I am here with SoCal Shannon. What's up, SoCal Shannon?
Not much. Ready for some mystery fascist theater.
Yeah, this will be second one we've done from Portland, I do believe. So you guys, you saw all that kind of opening montage explains kind of what the dynamics on the ground were. So we have this 18-minute live stream from this fascist dude with a whopping 13 subs. He's streamed for about 18 minutes. It's good enough for us to show you how incredibly pathetic Hate Repair and the Proud Boys were. And we're going to play a bunch of music all throughout. We're going to be dropping in music videos as we go and having a good time with it. And speaking of which, I got this video that's that I put together for another video that we just posted on our channel called Gavin McGinnis Quits Domestic Terrorist Proud Boys, which is fantastic fucking news that just announced, what was it, Thanksgiving Eve yesterday. But yeah, so this is Oi Polloi, and this is taken from that video. And we will be back, and we'll be doing Mystery Fascist Theater PDX 2.0. How's that sound, Shan?
Great.
Excellent.
I've done both serious and satirical content for about a quarter of a century. You can take things out of context and make me look like a villain quite easily. This has been happening at an alarming rate recently, and I could spend all day explaining each joke. For example, yes, I used racial epithets in an interview 15 years ago. Let's look at the picture from that interview, which is never included when they talk about this joke. Oh, there's me dressed as a Nazi skinhead.
Neo-Nazis take a seat on a London council. The extreme right-wing racist British National Party has scored its first political success in Britain. In a council by-election last night, it took the Millwall ward of Tower Hamlets in London's East End. The area has been the scene of a string of vicious race attacks. A week ago, 17-year-old Asian Qadis Ali was beaten senseless by a white gang and left for dead. He's still in a hospital with a coma.
What can anybody do about it?
Fight them, basically.
But how do you mean fight them?
We'd say that the ideas that they put forward outside football grounds, on working class estates, have to be combated politically, but also that they've got a physical agenda, and that has to be met physically as well. People have to defend themselves against the fascists. They can't just turn the other cheek.
Then came the communists, and I did nothing to help them because I was not a communist. they came for the trade unionists, and I did nothing to help them, because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to help me. Adolf Hitler himself said that the only way the rise of the German Nazi Party could have been prevented was if its enemies had recognised it for what it was right to the start and had smashed it in its infancy with the utmost force. But once we'd agreed with him, waving placards and chanting at fascists through megaphones accomplishes absolutely nothing. The only way to stop Nazi scum like the BNP is by physically confronting them and literally kicking them off our streets.
Stomping out the rhythm of the cow straight face. When I boots for the scumbags head, the only good Nazi is one that's dead. Africa's a boy's got a fascist roots. Now he got him cornered in the gun of his boots. Trying to escape but it just can't manage. Or boots flying in wreaking terrible damage.
All the objective factors that existed in Europe exist here. The only thing that will make a difference is the subjective factor, whether people are prepared to take them on or not.
Okay, so we are back. We are doing Mystery Fascist Theater PDX 2.0. There you see.
There's this small.
Yes. So this guy, he's filming from within the Fash side, which is why I found this useful, I suppose.
You want to head straight to the car or what? Yeah, I'm going to sit out here and just film for a little bit.
And this is after all the speeches and everything that you saw from the beginning of the video.
Yeah, they're all up there, dude. I don't understand either. Peaceful, now you don't want to leave, go home, now they want to fuck with it.
Yeah, that's what they came for, you idiot. They came to tell you you suck and we don't want you coming out in the streets of our communities.
They actually don't want you feeling safe walking down their streets. They're tired of the shit.
Yeah. If you weren't espousing fucking incredibly ignorant fascist bullshit, they wouldn't care about you walking down the street. But you came out to talk shit on fucking rape victims. And talk about how men are somehow victims. It's disgusting, and it's, you know, quintessentially fascist scapegoating. So no.
Well, it's Antifa.
Yeah, it's Antifa. Oh my gosh.
It's big bad Antifa.
It's like they don't know where to go. They're stuck on this corner like, okay, we came out and said all our fascist stuff, now we just want to go home. And they're like, well, wait.
I'm lost. I'm scared. Annie M. Annie M.
This is the only way out.
That's right, it's the only way out. Old Tiny, man.
Jeez, man, I'm so sorry.
Denise. No, I'm saying, I'll do
Really talking a lot of times. I gotta go talk to Hayden.
Look at all these idiots. Oh, freaking.
Where's Justin? He's right up in the front.
No, they don't know.
I'm just gonna get word out there all yelling, where's Haley? I just wanted her to know. Sure she does. Oh, good. She is surrounded?
I don't know. I think he's back there.
It's great. They all scream, where's Haley? And that makes the organizer of the event terrified.
Oh man, I don't want to be stuck in this funnel.
No, you don't, homie. No, you don't.
But I think they come for battles, right?
Yeah, they're loaded to bear, and they're and that's the thing too. It's like it's a political rally. You're supposed to come out and do speech. When you come out, they think it's the front lines of a fight.
They think they're in a war.
They do.
Like a real war.
And they just really fundamentally don't understand the concept of a counter demonstration. Like, yeah, you want to come out and say all your shit? Guess what? You're massively outnumbered by people who are saying, yeah, we know your shit and we reject it. Go home, shut the fuck up. Oh, you want to fight?
They're at war with people who don't want to be raped anymore. Right? That makes so much sense.
Oh my God, Shannon.
Participating in the demonstrations today are directed to stay out of the roadway and not to impede traffic. Failure to obey this order may subject you to a citation or arrest. This is the Portland Police Bureau. Those participating in the demonstrations today are directed to stay out of the roadway.
Oh, it's gonna be on.
It's gonna be on. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, 2 minutes ago, he's like, I don't want to be trapped. Oh, it's on now. Now that I'm standing behind all these cops and whatever.
Where's my brother? Get on the sidewalk!
Yeah, get on the side. They were just in the street.
Right. After just being told by
They were just in the street. Get on the sidewalk. Yeah. What he said.
I'm gonna take a camera, man. I'm just have to nutsack everything. Dude, it's gonna be on.
Nutsack everything.
It's gonna be on.
Nutsack a woman. What?
It's gonna be on.
Did he said everything or everyone? I don't know.
I don't know. Mumbly mouth, mush mouth, fucking fascist bullshit, whatever it was. Hey, Shannon, you got a video, right?
I do.
What you got?
L7.
L7, bitchin'. Shut the fuck up, Tiny.
Oh,
Do not engage them. Go check your car. If you have to defend yourself, go ahead, but do not engage them.
Mr. Do not engage them. We have video of him beating the shit out of people unprovoked in like 4 different states. Mr. fucking voice of reason.
Do not engage them until we're around the corner tonight where there's no police around.
That's right. And hopefully we find some trans people, you know, or some people of color we can beat the shit out of. Dumb fucks, you know.
Whoever's parked around here, get your car set.
See? He's acting like it's a war, Tiny.
Yeah, totally.
Failure to obey this order may subject you to citation or arrest.
Get to your car right now.
We're on the next street, right?
You know, these things never last long for them.
No.
Ever. They get shut down. And then they're the big victims every single fucking time.
And we wouldn't pay attention to them except for that they do beat the fuck out of people, and we've seen Tiny do it to women. Well, at least one woman.
2 women. I have our Proud Boys beating up women and the Obsession with Violence video has him beating up women in 2 different fucking cities. And in one of the videos he hits 2 different women. Cole clocks them, man. Close fist knocks them out. Disgusting. Yep. Send bagpipes.
That is a battle song, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is bullshit.
Hey, Shannon, you got another video, right?
No, I thought you did.
Nah, let's go to yours first.
Bikini Kill.
Haha, Bikini Kill.
That
Who's parked in that garage? Get to your car now. Watch your back.
Ha ha.
Knock this shit off, man.
Watch your back.
It sucks being a fascist. People like hate you and throw things at you and shit, dude. All they want to do is be fascists and apologists for fucking rape and abuse and bigotry.
Fucking punk.
I think Tiny's main motivation is just flat out violence.
Just straight up violence. And
to get the opportunity to just beat the fuck out of someone.
And he's made a hero in the process too by their followers. You know, it's like.
Right.
Now this is new. I haven't seen this, but these cops are actually facing the fascists. Even if it is just a couple of them, they're always faced off against the counter demonstrators.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Which totally emboldens the fascists. You know, it totally makes them feel like, yeah, what we're doing is good and okay. This is America where we beat up Antifa. This is just people who don't want fascism in their communities, which is what we keep saying.
And a lot of them are from Portland and they're sick and tired of it.
Yep. And even these fucking pigs got to be getting sick of it too, some of them. You know, fuck them, but...
The ones that aren't, you know, in cahoots. I saw someone in a Patriot Prayer hoodie patting one of the cops on the back.
Jesus Christ. You know, that's... in any situation where you're dealing with pigs, they are not receptive to being touched by anyone. Even if it's... They think you're totally on their side.
And that cop didn't flinch.
And he didn't flinch. It was all good, right? That's cops and clan, man. Cops and clan, hand in hand.
They knew each other. Well, we already know that Portland police has... There's already one was outed.
Hey, check out this Shisa Minnelli video.
What if you're facing east and west? I'm just curious, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You have to only leave towards the north. That happened to me one time. The cops wouldn't let me cross the street. It was a TSOL show when I was like 13 or 14. And they would not let me cross the street. And the car was across the street. And he actually pushed me with his billy club and told me, you know, get back on the sidewalk. He just kept telling me, get back on the sidewalk. I'm like, I don't understand. How do I get to my car? Go that way.
Yeah, and this pea-brain lost his one, you know, don't ever go to these type of things without someone by your side at all times. Period. And this idiot. But hey, Shannon, you have another video, right?
I do. The bags.
Ha ha, the bags. Yeah, your order dispersed. That didn't last long, right?
It doesn't last very long anymore there.
No. This just, and it costs the taxpayers just hundreds of thousands of dollars to police these actions, you know?
Yeah, and it's the weekend and people just want to do what they need to do, you know? Or maybe even relax because they worked all week. I don't want to put up with this shit. Into fuck you.
You know what? All the fucking we'll talk a little more at the end, but all the merchandise they have, the hats, the t-shirts, the scarves, the banners, that's funded, man. That's it. Later.
Gross.
You must leave the area. Failure to do so may result in force being used against you. Leave now.
I don't know where the fuck fuck is that?
I'm gonna go get my mace. Fuck you, you know what? Here's some Selector.
Welcome to the condemnation.
I'm gonna tell you, fascists, you made me surprised. The people in this world are getting organized. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Big in the body, small in the mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell it like it is.
Racists cannot stop us. This one thing we know. Derivatives and hedge funds, greed has got to go. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. All of you fascists bound to lose.
Bound to lose.
All of you fascists bound to lose.
And you. Yeah.
All of you fascists bound to lose. Yes, you fascists bound to lose.
Losing. Politicians standing one step behind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell it like it is.
People of every color marching side by side. The dispossessed and repossessed are forming into lines. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.
You lose, man.
All of you fascists bound to lose.
Wow, here.
All of you fascists bound to lose.
It's Dr.
All
Jules.
of you fascists bound to lose. Yes, you fascists bound to lose.
You lose. Wagadaga, wagadaga. 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 Wagadaga, wagadaga.
All of you fascists bound to lose.
Gonna lose.
All of you fascists bound to lose. I said all of you fascists bound to lose.
Yeah.
All you fascists bound to lose.
Spotlight on.
PDX,
Back way.
BMP,
Back way.
KKK,
Back off.
Tea Party.
All of you.
Fights are no over.
Playboy.
Jean-Marie Le Pen,
See who are down.
Blood and Honor,
So move and way.
Boneheads, Holocaust deniers. All you fascists bound to lose.
It's like it's all over. Why do you gotta go get maced? Just go get in your car and fucking go home. You successfully made a fucking ass of yourself. You said a bunch of horrible shit.
scared and he has to find his friend.
Yeah.
He can't call him. I'm just curious. Can't
Well,
figure
maybe-
out a phone.
He's probably filming with his phone, as we do in our high-tech Punks for Progress world.
Well, if you're that concerned, you fucking stop filming and call your friend.
No, man, they started throwing rocks and shit, and I had to fucking get covered. Fucking couple glass bottles came through, then I lost my brother.
Did they arrest anybody?
I don't know.
They did a good police did a good job.
Yeah, they did. A lot better than what they usually do.
Hey, Sean, you got one last video, right?
I do. It's 7-year bitch.
Haha, 7-year bitch.
these three Antifa right behind me.
They're probably just walking to their car.
You know what? I just gotta get to my car and get my mace and my gun.
And his gun. See, and that's the serious shit, though, man. These fucking idiots do have guns. And whatever, whatever about having guns. If you know, if you're intelligent, and I got no problem with intelligent people owning guns and whatever. But idiots like this thinking, I came out and made an ass of myself. Now I got to run back to my car, and people disagreed with what I said, so I need my mace and my fucking gun. Look at this fucking. Remember hillbilly. the stockpile of guns on the roof for that 1K That's trip right. thing? That's right. Motherfuckers. And no weapons are allowed at either one of those rallies. And what do you need guns to come out for your free speech rally for? None of the fucking, none of your opposition is going to kill you. They might throw a fucking couple things at you if you get in your, you know, it's just, don't come out and espouse ignorant fucking hateful shit. Big scared baby. All these people are big scared babies, obviously. Yeah. They're afraid of different people. Different kinds of people are scary. Thank you, Nelson. So, you know, like that's what plays in my head every time when one of these guys gets busted. Ha ha. You know, but I mentioned, you know, I wanted to talk about all that very nice stuff, that hymn to the hats. I mean, those were stitched, embroidered hats, and they look like quality hats, T-shirts with more than one color, all the banners. You know, like, not all that stuff is that expensive, but like... But it's like, where are they getting this money? I mean, they've had this thing planned since the Brett hearings. We remember? Yeah. This shit
Yeah.
started coming out. The him too bullshit. I mean, most of those people are blue-collar people, and they probably, you know, have middle-class jobs and shit, which means if they pull their resources, maybe they can come up with that stuff. But I don't know, man. All the matching scarves and, you know? I know. They just change things, you know? It's like the blue flag fuckers. That came out after Black Lives Matter. I don't recall that flag. I remember the Nationals flag, but I don't recall that one. Do you? No. Prior? No, not at all. It was totally a Blue Lives Matter.
It was a response.
Yeah. And it is racist because
it's racist
because it says because it's a way of belittling the concept of Black Lives Matter.
And this is a way of belittling women.
That's right.
And their truth.
It's fucking A right.
And it's gross. It's really gross. I mean, these people have women in their families.
Well, they don't understand, Shan. They really believe that they believe that shit, a lot of these people. The people that are funding them know it's a bunch of garbage, and they're laughing at the people that they're manipulating and exploiting, right? But, like...
It's a divisive...
Right. But they believe... They've bought into it. You know, that woman that was hosting... You heard the bits of her pieces of the crap she was saying at the beginning. She believes that. She thinks that men are under siege. And she really believes that. And God forbid that anything would ever happen to her.
Women write letters about their son and their inferior. I have a son. I have one son. I don't have a daughter. But men and boys get raped too. So this is about rape.
Right.
And yes, Me Too is a women's movement, but women have always fought for children. You know?
And this is why, you know, the term reactionary is synonymous with right wing. Because that's what all of this stuff is like, oh my gosh, we can't do fucked up shit anymore. So then they like find some way to react to the opposition to their horrible bullshit and ways to justify their horrible bullshit rather than just, you know, practicing a little introspection, a little bit of fucking empathy with others, and, you know, realizing we're all humans, we're all fucking failed.
Or compassion and deal with your issues.
That's right, because, you know, we all live under the same systemic, racist, patriarchal, capitalist system.
And we're all force-fed the same patriarchal white propaganda. And
I always say it hurts men and boys just as much as girls and women.
So just accept that, yes, we've all internalized this stuff on you know, a varied spectrum of extremes, okay? And where are you on the spectrum of recognizing that, yeah, you've internalized all of this garbage? Because we all have. So it's not like, oh, we're going to hate you forever because you don't, you know, accept your white male privilege. It's like, just accept it and learn and move on together with us, because we've all...
People like this guy's never going to accept that, though, because he's just not going to.
He's just not going to. And that's, you know, I mean...
There are going to be people like that. It's like there's always going to be Nazis. There's always going to be, because there's always going to be people like that.
And there's, because as long as there's capitalism exacerbating it, I mean, there's a lot of money behind the propaganda that's fueling the things that these people believe. PragerU and CRTV and the Mercer family and the Kochs and all the money that they're pumping into Dave Rubin and fucking, you know, Sam Harris.
And then you just throw on normal American propaganda through the centuries.
That's right.
That has brainwashed all of us.
This is what we're trying to undo.
And even not just this country. I mean,
it's
going to Mexico and the Philippines and the way they speak about here. It's sad, because we're like a fucking savior.
That's
how they view America.
That's what we were supposed to be, apparently, some beacon on the hill, but we never really have been. And you know what? But here's the thing, Shannon, and we'll wrap it up. Is like, you know, I'd like to say that fascism is evidence of capitalism in crisis. And we're definitely seeing a rise in fascism, which means if we're strategic and we're intelligent and we're informed and we understand our political enemies better than they understand themselves, maybe we can beat them, because fascism's fucking scary as fuck, man, and there's a lot of rich, powerful people that are really on board with pushing it, but...
Yeah, and they don't care about the little guys on the street.
That's right. But the reason they're getting militant...
At McDonald's,
the reason they're getting
care about those girls.
But the reason they're getting militant is because all their shit is genuinely under threat by informed people.
Right.
Things are changing.
Well, and they're all breaking up, so they're getting more desperate for everything.
Which means a lot of the lone wolf stuff is probably going to start propping up more, and be prepared for that. That's terrifying. But look, check out. We just posted the video of documenting hate, New American Nazis, plus extras. I added some interviews with A.C. Thompson and with Christian Picciolini, an ex-Nazi skinhead who now is there for people.
I love A.C.
And A.C. Thompson is just super, super fucking awesome. But anyway, Shannon, thanks for fucking hanging out and bagging on these fucking morons with me. And I love ya.
Love you too. It was better than fiction.
And once again, because I am like to play this all the time, this is Tom Waits and Mark Ribot with Bella Ciao. Thanks for hanging out.
One fine morning, I woke up early. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. One fine morning, I woke up early to find the fascists at my door. Oh, partigiano, please take me with you. Bella ciao, bella ciao, goodbye beautiful. Oh, partigiano, please take me with you. I'm not afraid anymore. if I die a partigiano. Bella ciao, goodbye, beautiful. Bury me upon that mountain beneath the shadow of the flower. So all the people passing, bella ciao, goodbye, beautiful. So all the people passing, and say, oh, what a beautiful flower. The flower of the partisan. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. This is the flower of the partisan who died for freedom. This is the flower of the partisan who died for freedom.
It sounded like Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman!
It totally did.